Hello friends, thank you to everyone who watched my last video. We're back with some more Pathfinders minis. There was another deal going on with a brick of 8 of these Darklands Rising boxes for similar price to where I got the Milwaukee Expanse ones. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it so you can go check it out. See those minis as well. Some really cool ones there. But we'll get into it. So I have 4 of these full with minis right now. These, you'll notice they're bigger boxes, and what's interesting about the Darklands Rising is each box of these, rather than I think 1 large and 2 mediums is what the other ones were, these all have either 2 larges and 2 mediums or smalls, or they have 1 huge mini and 3 medium or small minis. So it's a pretty good deal because huge minis can often be pretty expensive, so getting all these like this is pretty nice. So I have this box that has all the medium and smalls in it. Then the next one I have has all the larges and 1 of the huges. And then I have one with 2 huges, and then the final one can only fit 1 huge. That's the biggest one. So let's just get right into it. Got some pretty cool minis in these. Start off here. Oh, we can start. Oh no, tangled up. Start right off with this. This is a rare mini, and I really like this set of minis, but I did have a couple quality controls. There are a couple quality control issues. So you'll notice this right here. This is Zon-Kuthon. He's a deity, and you'll notice he is missing his arms. So, and I checked the bag. They didn't break off and come loose in there. They were just missing. So I think they just manufactured this part wrong, because the chains, he's supposed to be holding them, instead they're kind of attached to his torso. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there, but oh well. Still looks kind of cool. So we have this Drow Priestess. So yeah, pretty cool looking. Pathfinder, oh, can't quite see them. There we go. Okay, I'll keep them back here. Pathfinder or Paizo is removing the Drow from both Pathfinder and Starfinder, so these minis probably won't see a lot of use in a bit, but that's okay. They're still cool looking, so I can use them for just general enemies. This is a Hollowborn Rogue. Come on. I thought I fixed most of my camera focus issues. I think these guys are a problem. I'll move them. So, it's kind of cool looking. Maybe it's the text on this is the problem. I'll kind of fold that down maybe. This was a rare mini. This is a Witchweird. I think that is pretty cool looking. Pretty sweet. Yeah, really good paint jobs on these ones as well. I'm quite impressed. This is a Deep Gnome Scout. Let's see. Yeah, hold on, what else there? There we go. Got a pickaxe. There's a second one of these floating around in this box somewhere. It's the Darklands, to my understanding, is sort of the Galarian version of D&D's Underdark. or the Forgotten Realms Underdark, rather. Doesn't exist in every D&D setting. This is a Periton. So, that's why we have all the deep gnomes, the drow, and then lots of these just monster creatures. Here we have a drow rogue. Pretty cool armor on that one. Well, this is a fun one. This is a dig widget. It's kind of like a mining construct. That's fun. Oh yeah, we have a leprechaun, because why not, right? It's just a leprechaun. Didn't know they were a thing in Golarion, but apparently they are. We have a Tengu Bard here. Tengu are mostly from the land of Tian Sha. I don't know if there are any in the Darklands, so I'm not entirely sure why it's in this set, but it's cool. This is a Blood Mist. It's kind of a spooky, like, blood monster. There's like bones in there, I think. Not entirely sure. See, this is a Hellspawn monk, which is a type of tiefling. They're about to be renamed something else. I forget what, but in the Pathfinder remaster, they're combining tieflings and Asmars into one single heritage. Nephilim, that's what it's called. So they're soon going to just be called Nephilim. This is kind of a funny looking fish. What is it called? A Grodare. So, here we have a gnome warrior. Not a deep gnome warrior, just a regular gnome. I'll try to move these so my finger isn't blocking the mini. You can kind of see it. This is a Lurker in Light. I have no idea what this is, but it looks really cool. It's got these like translucent kind of fairy or pixie wings, so I'm guessing it's some sort of fae, but I'm not really sure. Oh, we have another Tengu Bard. So, same as the first one. This is an Urdefhan warrior, or Urdefhan. I don't know really much about the Darklands, so someone who has this like silver sheen to their skin, or specifically their face. Might be a mask or something, and then they have some kind of spell they're casting up. Oh wait, no, they're like translucent. There's some kind of spirit or something, maybe? I don't know. Here we have a Deep Gnome Warrior. So, looks very similar to the previous Gnome Warrior, just... I think it's the same model, just painted differently is what it looks like. Oh, we have a second one. Another Deep Gnome Warrior. There we go. Yeah, they look like the same model, I think, just painted differently. And then here we have another Deep Gnome Miner. That's that. So that is all of the small and medium minis. So just push these aside. So that didn't seem like a lot, but that's because we have all the large and huge minis. So, onto large now. So we have this thing, which is the Flesh Warp Gonatine, or Gonatine, I'm not sure. But it's pretty cool, this like fish monster. It's a flesh warp, so I think it is a kind of like a magical experiment. But yeah, very cool. I really like the paint job on this one. We have a cavern troll. You can see it has this like metallic blue, kind of like a cobalt or cobalt sort of color to these spikes. So that's really cool. This was another kind of quality control issue. This is a cool mini. It's a wood giant, but you can see on the base there's some like paint that kind of got splashed on there, and you can see kind of like at the base of the shoes there's a little, it's hard to see, there's like a little bit of paint that kind of dripped down. Yeah, you can see it on this one. Some paint kind of like dripped down. Yeah. And they splashed some here, so I'm guessing they probably just went a little too heavy on the wash, but that's okay. Looks really cool though. Definitely not your sort of what you typically think of as a giant, you know, some big, you know, hulking, like hill giant, for example. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Here we have a giant stag beetle. Some very fun colors. So it's just a fun little beetle. Well, he's a large beetle, so I suppose he's not little, but you know. Here we have a Lucrata, which I have no idea what this is. Almost reminds me of like a hyena mixed with like a badger or something. It's really interesting looking. Cool base to it too, but so it's neat. This, I know this was a rare one. This is a Quopo pack. Some strange, whoops, my bad. Some strange like land octopus kind of thing. Very interesting. We have a flesh warp drow abomination. So it's a drow that's been turned into this sort of spider hybrid, which is really cool and scary looking. Our final large mini, we have this Emperor Cobra. So we got a big snake. So those are pretty cool. Just push these out the way to the side here. So now we'll move on to the huge minis. There's this one, pretty crazy. This is huge. It is a laying spider. So, I mean, you can just see this thing is massive. So it's got this whole big web back here, which is what's actually attached to the base. Like this is like free hanging, but it's attached to that. Really cool looking monster here. So, yeah, very, very sweet. So, that's that. We've got two more in here. This one's really cool. I like this a lot. It's an arboreal regent. It's this big plant monster. So that's pretty cool. A huge plant. This one's really neat. This is a mammoth rider. So we got a mammoth with, I'm not actually sure what this is. Like, it might be some type of orc or something. He has a blue skin though, so I'm not really sure. But we have this guy riding on the mammoth. It's hard to get a good focus on this, but a really, really cool mini. This weapon is kind of bent. Kind of tried to bend it into shape, but minis like this usually have problems with weapons and shipping, so that's what happens. We have one final mini. This, I think, is the heaviest mini that I've ever handled. This thing is just a unit. And this is an adamantine golem. This thing is just, like, there's just a lot of heft to it, and really awesome looking mini here. And this thing is just huge. Got a really cool, like, metallic in here. It's got this kind of translucent, like, fire effect in the parts we can see through the armor. And then it's got this just, like, massive smoke or steam cloud behind it. So, yeah, really cool mini. I mean, here's it compared to, like, your, you know, your standard size medium mini. Like, it's just, this thing is absolutely massive. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get them all together like I did in the last video. I can try, but it's not really gonna be easy with so many. But yeah, so that is these Darklands Rising minis I got. So I'm quite happy. Again, not very many duplicates, which I'm very pleased about. No, you cannot see these at all. Well, okay, maybe I'll just, yeah, maybe I'll just leave you with this. So yeah, I'm very happy with these. It's a really good value to get a lot of large and huge minis. I mean, I got, how many? 8 large minis and 4 huge ones out of my 8 bricks. So it's pretty good. Seems like, you know, about, where did I get 9 larges? No, I got 8, yeah. So it seems like it's around a 50-50 whether you're going to get 2 larges or 1 huge. Yeah, definitely really good value if you're just looking for some cool monsters to use. There's a lot of pretty specific stuff with, you know, maybe some of the drow and the deep gnomes and things, but it's always good to have more large and huge minis on hand. So yeah, I'm very happy with these. I'll definitely be using some of them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've seen my last video, thank you, and I'll go ahead and link that. Make sure to check out the channel. You know, if you would kindly, you know, like or leave a comment or even a subscribe, you know, I'll be very grateful for that. So thank you everyone for watching this video.